Hey, what is up guys? So we're going to be casting a high rated duel over here with Zendius here in the blue at 1331, facing off against first place here in the red at 1699. Now, I did catch the glimpse of the end of game 1. The player in the blue is playing Mermails, the player in the red is playing Infernity. And I wanted to cast this game because these are two really strong decks. I know that Mermails did technically take first place recently, but the thing is, there's not many players actually playing Mermails right now. It's more just about, I'd say, like, pretty much any deck that you can throw the fire and ice hands in, especially in, like, Madolches. Madolches is still probably one of the most popular decks just because I think people just like the way that a deck looks, and, you know, it's kind of cutesy and it's cakes, and it's always fun to beat your opponent with, you know, things like toys like the wind-ups or the bugs, just like obscure things that don't have really cool badass artwork, like something like Dark Refer. Like this card looks like he's from Magic the Gathering, whereas other cards like Hungry Hamburger, you know, that is home to what Yu-Gi-Oh is. But you know, being able to go for Maxi is definitely nice. He's gonna be adding that one barrier to his back row, which is still a fantastic card. But the thing is, Mermails have so many things that they can throw out, so that one barrier will be key. Oh my gosh, the Undyne. And he's got to decide, does he want to get rid of Undyne's effect? Now, this effect is a cost, so regardless if they skill drain it, effect barrier, Undyne's still going to get its effect. So he's going to go ahead and pay its cost. And now what's awesome is he's going to be able to go ahead and just send something like a marksman if he wants to guarantee himself the ability to get rid of that Infernity barrier. And I want to see how this plays out because, well, I mean, Infernities has a lot of cookie cutter plays, and I'd say Mermails have some more explosive, obscure, crazy things that they can actually do. So he goes regardless. He's unfortunately going to lose it, but he can technically negate, you know, this. He could have negated Undyne, actually, if he wanted to, but then on top of that, you know, Marksman would have just then popped something else, so it's probably not the best idea. Anyway, he's going to discard Dragoons, probably summoning, and a Lind. And he's going to go for that Megalo. He's going to reveal it in his hand because he does technically have to reveal it, so you can chain Maxi. But you cannot Black Horn of Heaven against Megalo. And that's what I love about dueling with Mermails sometimes, is because a lot of decks are main decking Black Horn of Heaven, and that card is just not good against Mermails, I would say, just because before they go for the Megalo, if they're going to discard stuff, they're going to pop all your back row anyways, and you can warning him, but you can't exactly Black Horn of Heaven him. Not that Solemn Judgment is legal, but you couldn't Solemn Judgment him either. But he's going to be able to add that Sphere, so he got really lucky with that Dragoons, let's be honest. I mean, the Infernity player still opened up relatively good, though. I mean, being able to establish a board. He didn't really want to go all in under Maxi, otherwise probably Lavalval Chain would have been an option for him. I still think going for a Lavalval Chain to top deck Archfiend is still worth it. Yes, your opponent does get to draw one card, but that's significant advantage for you to be able to top deck Archfiend next turn, so I still think that that is worth it. And our Mermail player still has 5 cards in his hand. This is technically game 2, and I wanted to see what cards that they would actually side in also. But I just wanted to see this because it's not something that runs the Fire and Ice hand. So many duels that I've been seeing is all about the Fire and Ice hand. So unfortunately, he gets to MST a Sphere, which is one of their best cards that they have at their disposal, especially if they happen to have a bad hand. Mermails can play out of just one Sphere, that's all they really need. And now we will probably see the Lavalval Chain that I was talking about, but he didn't want his opponent to get one more card, which is really strange because that one card, I mean, true, he does technically still have that barrier to prevent any, like, you know, really threatening things, but Undyne got rid of that anyways. But I still think that that would have been worth it, just one trade-off to be able to go for the top deck Archfiend. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter at this point because he's got Launcher anyways. But, you know, Launcher's a fantastic card. If we see a Parental Tribute, this could be really game-breaking, but if not, it's not looking too good for our Mermail player. He does technically still have 9,000 life. That face-down card could be another Sphere. It could be, what else would be really good right here that can really save him? Sphere would still, like, it would save him from dying. And there's no more barriers that you actually have to worry about. He's going to go for Infernity Break, which is still a really good card. Basically, it's just a one card, destroy one card. It's just one of the better spell cards, or the trap cards in the game, I would still say. But it's only, you know, really usable in Infernities, because it has to have an Infernity card in the graveyard to banish. Which you can master over it again. But, I mean, you just have to have no cards in your hand. You don't have to be playing Infernities. I guess if you just maybe tried it in Light Swarm with, like, triple Infernity Break, and you hope he could mill one, maybe, but I don't think that is too viable. So he's going to go ahead and actually pop the blackrose. He's going to go ahead and actually activate another sphere, and of course it's sphere. Against Mermails, I don't really like end phase spacing random stuff, just because being able to, you know, activate MST when they activate sphere is also pretty good in one sense, but I guess he's thinking. I like how this is just detached one. You actually have to pop Diamond Dire Wolf. Did he forget about that? Engineer shows up. Here come the people. Wait, maybe he's just waiting for that because he's saying wait. You actually got to get rid of that Diamond Dire Wolf. I am confused because Diamond Dire Wolf definitely should not be alive. Oh, okay. He's sending it to the grave. Okay, I gotcha. I was like, what beast was it? Like beast or beast word did you pop in Infernities? I don't think they exactly have any. That's the power of magic. It's called cheating. Okay, so he's deciding what he wants to go for. If he happens to have, oh, he has a turds that he can go for, which is actually pretty good. Oh no, that's actually not turds. Spike. Spike and turds look very, very similar, so he's going to be able to actually pop a back row and probably go for another Undyne if he really wants to. Search happens first. Okay, well, he's like, no, he's going to be like, no, it says Minecraft. Yes, that is true, because this has to finish. He's going to go for a Gundy. So that probably reveals that he definitely has a Abystius in his hand or another Megalo in his hand, because otherwise why would you go for that, especially if you can't make a rank 7 play. Or maybe he's got Aqua Spirit and something else he can discard. What'd you search? Alright, you search Gund. Okay, so yeah. So he's going to go ahead and lose that Infernity Break, which is a fantastic card, but no longer will it be there. But I mean, still at 9,000 life points. I want to see if he can still finish it off. I've seen some more crazy plays happen in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm trying to think of what would work here to still finish it off. No effect. You sure you don't want that effect? I like how this card, it's not like you can only use Necromancer's effect once per turn. Well, you can use multiple Necromancers. I don't think he had another target anyways. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to finish it off. After this, he'll probably go for Dweller. That's my guess, which is still going to be very, very difficult to deal with. I'm thinking that Undyne can go ahead and dump. Oh, that really sucks for him. It took 30. Okay. And he's going to go Dweller. I don't see him doing anything. Yeah, of course it's Dweller. But the thing is, Dark Hole is still Dark Hole, and there's so many players that don't run Dark Hole, and I'm kind of one of those players for certain decks because things in like Lightsworn, who needs a Dark Hole when you can blow up like the back row and all the monsters? And have a 3,000 attacker? That's pretty good, but he's checking his graveyard out. I mean, he's only got one back row, and there's really nothing on board that has decent attack, so he's going to go ahead and banish. Ooh, he's going to go ahead and go for that tidal immediately. That is actually really good. Now he can run over that Dweller if he chooses to do so. But there is one back row, and that's going to kind of determine how this plays out, because I mean, I would have Dwellered immediately. There's no reason why you would just not Dweller, you know, as soon as his turn starts. I just think that was kind of a misplay on his end, because the duel is not going to last another 2 turns, I think. I think it's going to be determined within this turn. Maybe that back row is a Mirror Force, so I guess it doesn't really matter at that point, right? But, I mean, if it is a Mirror Force, however, he probably should have just activated this, like, immediately, because then he can't really do anything anyways. But now if he goes for an Abystius, he can still make some, like, Big Eye, he can still make something like Draco Sack, which will cause a lot of problems for him. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what could that back row, maybe a D Prison? A Mirror Force would still be an option at this point. But, like I said, I'm trying to think of what Infernity, it's another Infernity break. Soul Charge Dragoons, game 2 and 3. And 41 cards. And you can tell he's a little bit salty here. So sometimes when players get really upset and they're talking about it in chat, sometimes this could reveal this is like a face down MSE, like it's completely nothing. And that's because he's just like really upset, and it's just something that you know, some players you know, have like what it's called, like a tilt in poker, where you have like a sign that you don't have a good hand. But I really want to see how this plays out. So he's viewing his graveyard. I want to see what the heck he's going to go for, because why would you add Gund if you don't have anything to actually discard to special summon your Megalo or whatever with? I think he's afraid of Dweller going for its effect, so maybe it's not an Abystius. Maybe he's got another... Oh, he's got Soul Charge. And he's asking if that's going to go through. Now, I mean, the Infernity player basically exhausted most of his stuff anyways. I mean, yeah. What our player really should have done, though, this is the way I see it, is get over that Dweller right now, and then just, well, I don't think, isn't you can't conduct your battle phase, right? Isn't that, yeah, okay, never mind. Asian bad this game. There's cards like Bahamut Shark, which you can attack, even though it says you can't use its effect during the turn that you attack or something like that. You can just go, you attack, and then you main phase 2 activates its effect anyways. Like, there are certain cards, like, what is that? There's that other Battle on Boxer card, is it Spar or something like that? Can you not, like, take forever? Yeah, he's taking quite a long time just to make his moves. But he's probably going to go ahead... Maybe he was afraid of a cowboy, perhaps? I don't know. But, I mean, he could have, like, absorbed everything. But let's see what he makes. My guess is a 101. So he's going to go ahead and... Go ahead and... Oh, he's going to discard for... yeah, I don't understand why he would have done that. Yeah, he still gets his search out. Okay. I don't know. I mean, he still could have perhaps. I don't know. I think he has another pike in the grave. He could have just attacked. He could have used Tidal, attacked over Dweller. Dweller probably would have used its effect anyways at that point, though. I'm trying to think if he'd still make something else after. He's gonna go for controller. What is he gonna make? That is the real question here. Maybe he can make a Big Eye, which would be going for a level 7. I don't know where this play is going. I just feel like that there are much better things that he could have done. He only played. Let's see what are they talking about. Hey, H-Nice, you're recording us. Yes. What was the cheater? You all smell funny. What a great conversation. That's why sometimes you guys ask me to open the watcher chat. Sometimes it's not the greatest, but other times it's pretty entertaining. Okay. Oh, Infernity Break is activated. Okay. Why Infernity Break now? He could just like blackrose and blow up everything. I know he's at 1400 life points, but and he's got a Lind in hand. He's thinking. Why should you need to think? Like, either way, he's going to be able to get over your board. He's going to go ahead and Infernity Break. What? Because he didn't have any options to make, like... Oh, I don't know. I felt like he should have got rid of that tuner. I mean, he's going to end up running into a 101 anyways, which has... I don't know why he summoned this, though. Now, this could cause some problems for him just because it's he's at kind of low life. Although he can't really go for anything that I know of unless he's going to randomly have a Synchro in here. So he's going to go ahead and Synchro up for a 7. More than likely it will be Gungnir? Oh, blackrose. Okay. And he's going to go for the effect. Leaving himself with 1400. Oh, well, I guess he's got 2400 now. I mean, what was the other guy? Oh, well, I mean, he could have brought back... Well, I think he's used all 3 Infernity Breaks. That's the only thing that's banished. What would you get back? Like a Lind? Like, I don't know why he needed to blow up the board. But it worked out for him. So he's going to go ahead and get that effect. Hey, I felt like he kind of wasted that gun. How do people even... I question that Infernity Break out of nowhere. He should have waited. He really should have waited. Like, why? Can anyone explain why he activated Infernity Break? I don't understand, because... if he was afraid of blackrose, you would have lost anything anyways. And he still ended up making blackrose anyways. I don't understand the logic of wasting Infernity Break right there. I guess he decided to quit. Why did he decide to quit? I mean, I don't know if he used all 3 Necromancer yet, but Necromancer has 2000 defense if I remember correctly. Like, what was he going to add? And I don't really remember what he added, but I really feel like he left. He was kind of rage quitting at that point. You can kind of tell he was really upset about it, and that kind of set, you know, the game up for the player in the blue, and he kind of like won because of that. Yeah, I really felt like. Oh, had those Upstart Goblins not been there though, that really would have been bad for the player in the blue. I think 2 Upstart Goblins were activating. That means he would have been at 400 life points. I really don't understand the blackrose play. If anyone can explain that. I felt like he could have just sat there with the monsters. He could have attacked over like multiple things without, I mean, I guess there was one back row, but I felt like it would have been better just to go for a play where you try to make something. I don't know, he probably would have dwellered off gunned anyways. I'm trying to think if there was another better play at that moment, because I felt like either way Dweller was going to get its effect. He blew up the field only to be able to have 1,400 life points. Street Patrol, is it 1,600 attack? I don't remember exactly, but I really feel like there's probably a lot better things that you can do. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Azneyes out.